Hey everyone, Micah here with Electrek, and today this slick-looking e-bike in front of me is the Propella 4.0 7S. It's the 7-speed version of the company's popular single-speed e-bike, and we're taking it for a review. Come along with us while we check it out. The Propella 7S may look a lot like the Propella SS or single-speed e-bike that I reviewed last summer, and that's because it's nearly the same. It just has a 7-speed gear setup and back for those that are not comfortable doing everything in a single gear. You can downshift for hill climbing and then upshift for flatland cruising, all in one bike. While I love my single speeds, there's definitely an advantage to having gears. But other than the gearing, the bike is largely everything we've come to know and love from Propella. That means it's a slick-looking, urban-oriented electric bike designed for efficient city travel. There's no suspension or fancy screens, though you do get a basic LCD screen. There's no fancy hydraulic brakes, though you get just fine Shimano mechanical disc brakes. And there's no fancy mid-drive motor, just a basic but tried and true Bafang 250 watt motor, which actually puts out 400 peak watts. Keep in mind that this is not a high power motor, and thus the Propella 7S isn't some motorcycle wearing e-bike's clothing. This is a true class 1 lightweight pedaling e-bike. This is not an e-bike for someone who wants to rely on a throttle, mainly because there simply isn't a throttle. You've got to pedal a bit to get any power from the motor, but you do get a range of power levels from 1 to 5 to dial in how much effort you want to exert. Even at the top end though, you're not going to be going at eye-watering speeds. The bike maxes out at 18.5 miles an hour or 30 kilometers per hour, at least under electrical power, though you can pedal faster if you've got strong legs. I love that it's lightweight and efficient and everything, but that lower top speed is not my favorite. Sometimes you're pedaling down a road and the 18.5 miles per hour just doesn't feel quite as fast as you want to comfortably go, especially when it's a matter of keeping up with traffic. Ideally, you'll have some nice bike lanes in your city and this won't be a concern, but the bike does feel a tad slow when it's time to share the road with cars. Of course, maxing out the allowable 20 mile per hour limit for Class 1 e-bikes isn't going to make a huge difference, but that extra 1.5 miles per hour could have been nice either way. What you do get from the slightly slower top speed is a slightly higher range, since you're riding at even more efficient speeds. The range rating of 20 to 40 miles is pretty accurate, since on level 1 pedal assist, you really can stretch the range quite far. If you go up to level 5 pedal assist though, you'll be letting the motor do most of the work, and you could see your range drop below 20 miles if you're riding in high power mode 100% of the time. I find that level 3 is a nice sweet spot for me, and I use level 4 or level 5 only when I want to take a break and not work too hard. But that lockable and removable battery still has a good amount of capacity in it, even though it looks pretty small. 250 watt hours is not huge, but it goes further on a pedal assist bike since you just aren't draining it as quickly as you would on a throttle-based e-bike, so there's something to be said for pedal assist when it comes to lightweight and efficient e-bikes. And this is definitely a lightweight and efficient e-bike. At just 37 pounds or 16.8 kilos, it feels much lighter than almost any other urban e-bike I've tested. The only ones that are significantly lighter are the several $1,000 ultralight e-bikes, and those are in a different class entirely. The Propella is priced at just $1,250, though there's a sale going on right now that drops the price to $1,100. So it's not going to compete with, Specialized or Trek or other bike shop e-bikes, and it's not meant to. It's a simple, easygoing e-bike that doesn't have the thrills or features of those fancier e-bikes. There's no app, no fancy axles, no exotic materials, but it still offers good name brand parts like the Shimano disc brakes and Shimano gearing. There's the Bafang branded motor and the CST branded tires, so it's not fancy stuff, but it's all name brand stuff at least, which isn't always the case for these entry-level priced e-bikes. Now I do wish they would have included fenders and LED lights as standard equipment. That always feels like basic commuter necessities, and so it's a bummer when you have to pay extra for those parts. But at least they do offer those parts as accessories, so there is the opportunity to add them if you want to use them. Ultimately, the Propella 7S, I think, is a great option for anyone looking for a lightweight and efficient commuter e-bike that still looks good but comes in at a budget price. If you need suspension or higher power and higher speeds, I'd say steer clear of this one. But if you want a minimalist e-bike that is easy to use and comfortable on both your legs and your wallet, the Propella 7S should definitely be on your short list of e-bikes to consider. Thanks for watching everyone. We hope you enjoyed that review of the Propella 4.0 7S. If you did, why don't you give this video a thumbs up? And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any of our future electric vehicle videos. We'll see you here next time.